everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this is a Christmas video look. Well, I don't know if I got the Christmas look perfect, but I tried, so keep watching the video. Start off with this primer. This is the YSL Eclaire Blur Primer. Looks really good. So this has a bit of sparks in it, and I believe that this is gonna be good for me personally because I like doing makeup, as we all know. Done. The trick, I'm gonna be doing a double prime with my makeup today, but before that I need to take care of these hyperpigmentation spots because it doesn't look good. It looks gray, and I don't want my makeup turning gray. WonderGlow Charlotte Tilbury primer. This is a nice primer as well. You can see the tip. It's very shiny, really nice product for that inner glow when you're aiming for a, dewy look. So this just the cap just fell off. Can we just get past this? Okay, blending. Blending it all in, and I guess my cheeks are already glowing somehow, so this is the uplift. So now for making my skin glow a bit more, I'm using this Saie Super Glow Gel because this is also something that makes my skin look hydrated, shiny. As you can see, the skin is already shining, so this is just a perfect product for me personally. I love a dewy makeup, and it's done. Time for foundation. I'm gonna be really truthful with you guys. I'm quite confused about which foundation to use. So I have this Nars Light Reflecting Foundation, and on the other hand I have this Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush foundation, but then again the Nars one is a little bit of lighter shade than my skin, so it might turn out gray or ashy, but this one is the perfect shade for me, so I think I'm just gonna go with this Charlotte Tilbury one. Generous with this, just a little bit of amount because Charlotte Tilbury is love. This much would do it. Now what I'm gonna do is that I'll be blending it all in a perfect way. Let's keep the part of blending. I'm gonna be doing for this to give me a more dewy look. First coating is done. Now I'm gonna be using my Rhode Glazing Milk, just a small amount. Just a small amount, and now I'm gonna be using it on my face. It's time for our concealer. So for my under eyes, I'm gonna be using this e.l.f. Camo Concealer. It's a really nice color. I actually bought the Tarte one in shade Fair, but then again it wasn't my shade. I was looking hilarious and too grayish on my end, so I'm thinking that I'm gonna give it to someone else. My sister also bought the fair one, and it doesn't help me. Like, the fair one is really light for me, and when I bought the light sand one, that was too dark for me. Now I'm confused as what to do. So this was for my under eyes and my nose area. Now I'm gonna be using this Nars Concealer for this areas, since this is the area where I have pigmentation and this Nars one is lighter in shade than the e.l.f. one, because the e.l.f. one I use is for brightening my areas like my under eyes, my lip area. But if I use the brightening one on top of my pigmentation, it's gonna make it look gray and ashy. So just go with another concealer that is of my shade. Our powder blushes, and for blush, the first one I'm gonna be using is this Dior one. This is in the shade 001 pink. So I'm gonna be taking a little bit of it, actually a lot. I like this color. I'm gonna be pressing it to my areas. So see, this color actually adjusts with anyone who's applying with their skin tone, because you can see that this is a really light color of pink, but when I'm applying it on my cheeks, it's giving me, you know, a darker pinky shade. That step is applying our bronzer. So I'm gonna be using Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Bronzer. It's a really nice one, really nice. Let's use this bronzer my areas like this, give me a defined jawline. Also gonna be using, I'm gonna do double bronze, so I'm using this Too Faced Chocolate Gold Soleil bronzer. This tastes and smells like chocolate. We're using this just on this area. Here's what I'm doing. I'm adding another blush. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Blush Palette, Blush and Glow Glide Palette. Taking this shade, it's the most pinkish shade I have ever seen. Oh my god, I used a lot. But please do not worry about me looking like a joker. It all eventually checks out on me. Done. All good. Another blush that I'm going to be using as usual is this Charlotte Tilbury Cheek to Chic blush palette. This is a really nice one as well. We're taking quite a lot amount of it, dabbing it on areas just like this, and we're done. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be setting my makeup. So I'm gonna be using this Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush finish in shade 1, just a small amount because I want it to be dewy. So I'm just using it on my T-zones, a little bit over here, so that my makeup doesn't crease. Time for contour. I did my bronzing, now it's time for contour. So for contour, I'm going to be using this Hollywood Contour Wand from Charlotte Tilbury. I do not have a mirror. Let's use this. Let's unfold it. And let's contour this. This much is fine. This much is fine. Yes. Blend it. This is blending in such a nice way. This is such a nice contour, I must say. Now it's time for our cream products to make us look dewy. So at first I'm going to be using this One Size Cheek Clapper 3D blush palette in the shade Attention Seeker. Really nice shade, like really nice. I'm gonna be taking a little bit of it, dabbing it onto my cheeks, over here as well, using my fingers to blend it. I feel like that I get much more product when I'm using a finger rather than using a beauty blender or any sort. Another blush that I'm gonna be using is this Rare Beauty Melting Nearly Rose Vulnerable Blush. Such a nice shade. Taking this, using my fingers again. Just giving the swirl. I like going on top of my eyes as well with the blush. Now just blend the whole area with it. It's time for highlighting, which is the most essential one. So I'm gonna be using this Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood highlighter wand. This is from Disney, I believe. Yes, this is the Disney one. Let's use this. Here, a little bit of here. This is the part where I'm gonna blend. Seamlessly. See, my skin is glowing. The palette that I use is this Revolution one. See, this has been used so much. It's not even in a good shape. I used this so much. It's full of dirt. The outsides only. I go with this shade particularly. I know that I'm done with all my powder, blushes and highlighter, but this is the one I adore the most. It's a perfect one. Here's a trick. I know no one uses this much light, but I'm gonna be using the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless filter. Just small amount. This area. Just do this. I'm gonna be using my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. So for my eye look, I'm gonna be using this Luty London Team Diamond palette. I'm gonna be using the shades The Cure, Moonstone and Hybrid, I guess. So starting off with the shade Cure, which is this red one, taking quite a lot of it, dabbing it on our eyes. I don't actually have the time for, you know, a really good eye look, because I really need to head out. So I'm just gonna be doing a classic eye look of just the red color instead of going with a cut crease or a full crease or half crease, whatever you call it. I'm gonna be doing that eventually in a video. My next video, most probably, not this one. Now using the shade Moonstone, the inner portions to give me a brightening look, just like that. Using my Anastasia Beverly Hills brow gel. Just like this. I quickly went off camera and gave me my eyeliner, and I'm gonna be using my Charlotte Tilbury Exaggerate mascara. It's a really nice mascara. You know, even the applicator is really nice. just go in with my mascara lightly. And brush just like this. Something which I forgot to use, my Rare Beauty highlighter. I'm not gonna be using this now because I have too much highlighter on and my makeup is creasing. It's starting to crease. I don't know what I did wrong, but it kind of looks good. Going for my lipstick, I'm using this Nirvana Timeless lipstick, Classic Red. I'm going with my Juicy lip oil. Such a nice one. Just taking a little bit of amount on my fingers. This was my makeup look and I hope you guys liked it. Bye.